It's striking, isn't it? You can be in a McDonald's in Tokyo scanning a QR code just to see the menu,
Right.
and family restaurants are doing the same thing. It feels like Japan is just uh, waking up to mobile ordering.
Yeah, dipping its toes in.
Exactly. Then you look at China, and it's just a completely different ballgame. Ordering, paying, everything on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just normal.
Absolutely. What feels sort of new or developing elsewhere is just deeply embedded there. It's the default.
Hmm.
So today we're doing a deep dive into how mobile order evolved in China, its impact. We've got quite a bit of info, including a look at some key Chinese IT terms around this.
Okay.
And our mission really is for you listening to get right to the heart of it. Understand the drivers, maybe uncover some surprising facts, and, walk away with knowledge you can actually use.
Great. So our sources mentioned two main kinds of mobile ordering in China. Could you break that down for us?
Sure, there's Tug Dinning and A's Drop. So think of the first one, K literally scanning code ordering, as mostly for when you're already in the restaurant.
Right, at the table.
Exactly. You sit down, scan a QR code there, and boom, digital menu on your phone. You order, pay right there with Alipay or WeChat Pay. Mm-hmm. And because the system knows your table from that first scan, the staff just bring the food out.
Mm-hmm.
Super streamlined for ordering and paying, without flagging down a server initially or waiting for the bill later.
Right, that makes a lot of sense. We're seeing bits of that elsewhere, but it sounds much more standard in China.
Oh, definitely.
Now, what about the second one?
Okay, so or mobile phone ordering, that's more your off-site ordering. Really common for fast food coffee shops.
Ordering ahead.
Exactly. You use their app or, and this is key in China, a mini program inside WeChat or Alipay. No separate app needed sometimes.
Ah, the MIDI programs.
Yeah. They often find the nearest branch for you. You order, pay ahead, then you just walk in, show your phone maybe, grab your stuff, and go.
So one's for when you're seated, the other's for pickup. Got it.
Yeah.
But what really pushed this huge adoption in China? Why did it take off so much more there?
Well, the sources point to the big goals. Reaching more customers and really fostering repeat business. That's huge.
Yeah.
But for the restaurants themselves, three main benefits really stand out. First, big savings on labor costs.
Okay.
The traditional model in many Chinese restaurants had staff kind of waiting near tables.
Right.
Mobile order changes that flow.
Right, different service style.
Second, just a much better user experience. It's convenient, no waiting for servers, no lines at the till.
Makes sense.
And third, and this is massive, the value of the data they collect.
Data. Always critical. We even have some numbers from, 2018?
Yeah.
Shanghai was around 25% penetration from mobile order.
Yeah, Shanghai was leading. Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei area, maybe 15%. Pearl River Delta, 10%, something like that.
And you have to assume those numbers have just, skyrocketed since 2018.
Absolutely, no question. And, to really get this shift, it helps to see the progression.
How things changed over time.
Exactly. The sources show this clear evolution. You went from staff handwriting orders.
The old paper pad.
Right. Then to electronic ordering terminals. Now, those helped with billing, inventory, but didn't really cut down the staff needed for taking the actual orders.
Okay. Still needed someone tableside.
Then came tablets at the tables. That started to reduce the time staff spent per customer. Haidilao is a great example.
Ah, the hot pot place. Famous for service.
Legendary service. They use tablets for ordering, which frees up their staff to actually deliver that amazing service rather than just taking down orders.
Okay, so tablets were kind of a stepping stone.
A crucial one, leading to where we are now, ordering on your own smartphone.
And that was possible because everyone has a smartphone, right? And mobile payments are everywhere.
Totally. The super high smartphone penetration and just how normal Alipay and WeChat Pay are, that was the bedrock. Think about it. 850 million mobile internet users back in 2019, including lots of older adults. It just slid right into daily life. And the time saving, mobile order can basically cut down the whole service interaction to maybe just 8 minutes and 10 seconds to seat someone?
That's a huge efficiency jump. And it's not just labor costs saved, is it? Less paper for menus, too.
Exactly. No more printing stacks of menus, or bills for that matter. And digital menus are dynamic. You can update them instantly. Specials, promotions, gone are the days of stickers or reprints.
Right. But let's circle back to the data. That seems incredibly powerful.
It really is. Mobile order systems let restaurants track individual preferences through app accounts or even link to the payment
So
platforms.
they actually know what you, the individual customer, likes, not just guessing.
Precisely, which means personalized recommendations. Dynamic menus that show you popular this week or, stuff you might like based on past orders.
You just can't do that with a static paper menu.
Not at scale, no way. And this whole data-driven thing perfectly sets up the story of Luckin Coffee.
Ah, yes, Luckin. The sources paint this picture of incredibly rapid growth, right? Using mobile order to overtake Starbucks in China.
In just 3 years. It's astonishing.
Wow.
And yes, mobile order was core, their main channel, through their app and those mini programs we mentioned.
So convenience was key. Ordering ahead, skipping lines, unlike the usual Starbucks queue.
Total game changer for the customer experience. And they made customizing drinks super easy in the app, saved your favorites, really smooth.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the really interesting part our sources highlight. It wasn't just the mobile ordering tech itself.
Oh. What else? You mentioned something surprising about their model.
Yes. The founder saw this issue. People thought coffee quality in China wasn't great, maybe because chains cut costs on beans.
Okay.
Luckin's solution was radical / operational costs elsewhere. How? By
Hmm.
having mostly stands, not cafes. Like 91% were pickup stands, only 5% were actual cafes with seats.
91%.
Yeah. Huge reduction in rent, staffing, overhead,
Hmm.
which meant they could afford better quality beans. They even claimed their beans were better than Starbucks.
So they used the cost savings from the store format to improve the actual coffee.
Exactly. And then they hammered acquisition with that buy one, get one free coupon strategy, spread like wildfire through word of mouth, all managed seamlessly via the app.
So the mobile platform enabled this whole new business model. Lower overhead, better product, aggressive marketing.
Precisely. It wasn't just tacked on, it was fundamental.
That's a real light bulb moment. Okay, what about Hey Tea, the bubble tea place?
Yeah.
How did they use mobile order?
Right. Hey Tea. They got super popular initially for unique drinks, very Instagrammable stuff, which meant insane queues, people waiting hours sometimes.
I remember hearing about that.
But queue fatigue sets in, right? So strategically, they launched Hey Tea Go, their WeChat mini program for mobile order.
To combat the lines.
Exactly. And the result, the sources say they saw a threefold increase in repeat customer rates.
Wow, 3 times. So for them, it was less about grabbing new people, more about keeping the ones who were getting tired of waiting.
That seems to be the core of it, a direct solution to a customer pain point, boosting loyalty. Fantastic example.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, so this all provides a stark contrast to mobile order in Japan, like my experience.
Right. The sources really highlight the differences and the challenges Japan faces.
Like having to download separate apps.
Yeah, that's a big one. Currently, it's mostly dedicated apps. Like for McDonald's, you have to install it, create an account, add payment details. It's friction.
Definitely felt like friction, especially if you're not a regular.
Whereas in China, using a mini program within Alipay or WeChat, you're already logged in, payment set up, it's almost seamless, a much lower barrier.
Makes sense.
And the sources argue that this friction in Japan limits how well mobile order can attract those new or infrequent customers, which is often a big reason why businesses implement it.
So it serves existing loyal customers okay, but struggles to broaden the base.
That seems to be the challenge. However, there's potential change on the horizon.
Oh.
The rise of super apps in Japan, like PayPay and Line, they're starting to integrate mini app functions.
Oh, like the WeChat model.
Exactly. That could bridge the gap. It might pave the way for wider mobile order adoption, making it more integrated, like in China.
So the prediction is maybe Japan starts with standalone apps, but the real growth comes when it integrates into those bigger platforms.
That seems the likely path, mirroring China's success. It just makes sense given how central Alipay and WeChat became.
Yeah.
So ultimately, China's mobile order success is this potent mix: convenience, smart use of data, and that deep, seamless integration with the payment systems everyone uses daily. It really has reshaped cafes, fast food, that whole sector.
It really has. So as we wrap up this deep dive, definitely makes you think, doesn't it? How will the evolution of mobile payments, wherever you are listening, shape mobile ordering next? What parts of this Chinese model, the data use, the super app integration, the business model innovation like Luckin's, what could be most impactful elsewhere? Something to chew on for sure.